Let's call back into the conversation my former House colleague, Congressman Peter King, New York Republican, member of the House Committee on Homeland Security. Pete, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought the president, his resume included time as a lecturer, at least, on the Constitution and on constitutional law. How did he get so confused about the different roles of the respective branches of government?
JD, this is really the height of arrogance on his part. And the fact is, he's not the one who decides what the law is going to be. It's a combination of the Congress passing the law, the president signing it. If he doesn't want to sign it, then he vetoes and we start over again. He doesn't have the right to say he's going to issue an executive decree unless we pass a law that he wants. I mean, this is really a colossal arrogance on his part, and there's absolutely no purpose in it. He could have done this. If he thinks he has this power, he could have done it any time in the last 6 years. If he thinks he has this power, he could wait until the next Congress, set a deadline of June 30th. Again, I don't think he has the power, but if he believes he has it, and then there's a new Congress coming in and sit down with Mitch McConnell and John Boehner, see if they can arrive at an agreement. He's doing it now after he's lost an election. And let's face it, a good part of this election was based on his threat to issue some executive order after the election, so he was defeated. His policies were defeated, and he's just usurping his power now to grant what is his amnesty. And this isn't comparable to other executive orders that presidents have been involved in. This is just basically him attempting to have a unilateral declaration of policy here and giving up the force of law. And it's just wrong, and it's going to, again, precipitate a crisis which we don't need. There's a real opportunity. Both John Boehner and Mitch McConnell, they want to show how government can work. They want to lay out a Republican agenda, find the president as is, and let's go at it in next year. Let's have an honest, open debate, and let's do it through the normal legislative process.
Pete, about 2 minutes and a half remain. Another one of our former colleagues, now serving in the Senate, South Dakota's John Thune, appeared on Fox News Sunday yesterday. He also made it clear that executive action is not the way to go on immigration or really any other issue. Let's listen to what John Thune had to say.
This president right now is choosing friction, partisanship, and accomplishment, or I should say in partisanship, instead of cooperation. There's an opportunity for us to get some things done here, and instead the president is going down this unilateral path, and it's going to make it very hard for us to get anything done on immigration or any other issue for that matter.
And as we hear those words from John Thune, Peter King, it appears that there is a conflict about what should come next. Shorthand is given, quote, a government shutdown, or at least trying to restrict the funds the president has access to on a variety of matters. Do you see the threat of a, quote, government shutdown materializing during this lame duck session?
I know that the Speaker and Majority Leader Mitch McConnell do not want a government shutdown. I think what we'll have to do, though, is find a way to, in fact, punish the president, to find some program that he wants, some action he wants taken, and stop that. I think a shutdown would play into his hands right now, depending on, and it really doesn't matter who calls the shutdown, because Republicans we blame for it. We have to find a way, though, to isolate the president and find either it's a program or an appointment that he needs and block that and play, get back at him on this. Not for spiteful reasons, but to get the balance of power back. Congress is going to have to use its power. My concern,
but you guys have the power of the purse.
Is it shutdown or impeachment in place in his hands enables him to disguise the real issues, which is his lack of leadership and the fact that he's trying to impose a liberal, progressive program on a country which has overwhelmingly rejected that in the last election.
Well, short of a shutdown, and Pete, about 20 seconds to answer this one, short of a shutdown, what financially can Congress do with the powers that Congress uniquely possesses? Pete, can you hear me? Apparently, we've lost contact with my friend Peter King, but that remains the question, does it not? If the power of the purse belongs constitutionally to the legislative branch, does just the word shutdown so frighten the Republican establishment that there is not some action that can be taken? That's something we'll discuss later this morning with other guests. You stay with us. There's more ahead here on America's Forum.